microphone when we have the energy and passion of people who are taking the challenge right here, and the passion of our elected officials who are going to stand up for us in Harrisburg and in Congress and in Washington, D.C. to ensure that people who are hungry are getting the food that they need to live a healthy and nutritious diet. But I want to take a minute and recognize Senator Hughes. No one knows the impact that the governor's proposed budget is going to have more so on vulnerable families than Senator Hughes, who is Democratic Chair of Appropriations.
We're going to pretend like this is working, right?
Try the other one. Try that one.
But eventually we'll get it started again. But look, this is the mayor, the congressman, all of us standing here, organizing this all together. We all know that this is essentially almost an impossibility to try to put together a nutritious meal on these kinds of dollars, even even when a jet stores, where the prices are the nicest. It's even, I just made that up. Yeah. The prices are the nicest, all right, yeah. It's even hard to get it done here. I'm just spending the time looking around at the things that I will not be able to purchase. I was here actually on Saturday evening doing some shopping. I see the things that I couldn't get that I bought here on Saturday because of the few amount of resources that I have. It's supposed to be created, but no matter how many coupons that you look for to try to augment what it is that you have with the food stamp, no matter how much creative shopping that you try to do, try to figure out how to stretch the meal to make sure that you not just get the meal, but make sure that it's a nutritious meal. It is essentially impossible. And why? Why would we even be considering this? In Harrisburg, we've got extra money sitting around that you don't have to do this. You don't have to give a $300 million tax cut to the richest corporations in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. You don't have to do that and still at the same time cut out benefits for low-income individuals. Washington, D.C., as our congressman fight the good fight as the president, he shoots tax cuts that they're giving to the wealthiest people in the world who live in the United States of America. Why do they get off? When if you're just trying to put the food stamps together, trying to make a deal, you can't get a break. So we're glad to be here in partnership with all of our friends and send a message. This is the wrong thing to do. We need to figure out a way on May 1st to change that policy and back them up and get them to say this is not the right way to go. Congressman Ray is right. We need to give Secretary Alexander food stamps, $35, see how he can make it out for a week's worth of time and a week's worth of time. We're glad to be here. We're going to demonstrate to our best ability that this thing is not working and it's not fair. It's not fair to people by this governor, these folks who are suffering. Again, is another example of how he's got his foot on the neck of low-income individuals. And we can't tolerate that anymore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Hughes. And now we're going to hear from Representative Tony Payton, who I know for even prior to him being an elected official has been a real tireless advocate for working families.
I pretend this works as well, and I hope that you can hear me. I'm glad to be here with the mayor, with Congressman Brady, with my colleague Vanessa Brown, with Senator Hughes, who's been a mentor to me, to illuminate the plight of poor people. Because the reality is, our governor is instituting a class warfare. It's not a class warfare, as the Republicans say, on the wealthy. They have their foot on the necks of poor people. And to impose these sort of limits and to continue to cut benefits that go to help kids, All of the time you have politicians running around talking about how they care for kids. Well, in this instance, show us. Show us and stop these foolish policies that limit people's ability to eat. You need food to survive. And I weighed in this morning at 207.5 pounds, and I'm gonna try and eat nutritious for a week on $5 a day, knowing that it's impossible. Knowing that it's impossible. So if I'm eating high carb, low nutrition foods, I'm likely to gain weight. And that is the reality for too many people out here in this country. And it's a shame that there are people in government who are putting people in these situations by cutting the programs that matter most to all. So we all know this is something that we should not do. It's time to reverse course and actually care for the people that you're supposed to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Payne. And one more elected official who was here when we had the asset test hearing about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Unfortunately, there weren't all that many elected officials, but there was one there, and that person is with us today, Representative Vanessa Brown.
Thank you and good morning. A hidden secret in our society is hunger. More than statistics show, there are more hungry people than you could ever document. Hunger is something that people just don't talk about. There are your neighbors, your family, your grandmothers who are hungry. And for us to attack that vulnerable population of our society is a disgrace. I'm very proud of my colleagues who stand here against this $35 challenge. I'm glad we're all taking a part of this. I just spoke at a church yesterday, and I just said we have to support our food banks and our pantries. You need to write a check. You need to donate money to those entities that are helping to bridge the gap of people who are just trying to eat from day to day. I'm going to take this challenge. And I've already talked to my son, who's 19 and 6 feet tall. So can you imagine him trying to take this challenge as well? I'm a mom, and I want to stand for all of the mothers who are trying to make good decisions for their families. And for us to hamper that, to make that decision harder, is a disgrace. So I stand with all of our mothers, our grandmothers, our poor, and our disabled today to take this 35-day hunger challenge. Thank you.
I want to thank all of the elected officials who have agreed to take on this challenge, which I'm sure they will find is no easy task. But we have to remember that every day people are living with hunger and food insecurity, and they struggle to make ends meet, and they rely on food stamps. And today I am honored to present to you Ronnie McHugh, who is a client of the Coalition Against Hunger. We helped her get her food stamps, and she would like to talk to you today about the real experience of people who depend on the benefit.
It's okay. Hi.
I'm not a public speaker, so I need your notes. I want to thank you for having me speak today. I really appreciate having a voice in this event because it's something that affects me every day. Until recently, I thought I was the voice of seniors with food stamps. I did some research in my building last week. Out of 100 units, I spoke to 10 people in those units, and only are receiving food stamps, mainly because they don't know they're eligible or they're embarrassed because there's depression or they make money. Or they don't trust that people have food stamps that it will affect their services. These women were very uncomfortable to tell.